No. Anyway, okay.
Okay.
Wel-
I tried.
Welcome back, guys. It's been a couple of weeks since we played last. Uh, oh my, I'm glad to be back. I really am. I've missed it. I had things planned, and then we just took like a 2 week kind of a break. I know last time we ended on a little bit of a cliffhanger. So that's also going to be fun to resolve today.
Flying saucer.
Yeah. So, ooh, careful, don't die.
That was almost that was what was left or what is left of like my gallon of ice cream that I'm just eating out of the bucket.
What?
Ew.
Why?
That
Wha-
just sounds bad.
It's one of those days.
Bad idea.
I didn't want to do dishes.
Okay, I'm gonna move on. So, those of you who are checking out the stream today, welcome. We're gonna have a ball. These guys are great to play with. They're a lot of fun. We've had a lot of story stuff kind of building and progressing. So if you're just now joining us, welcome. But I highly recommend that you go back and check out the other. Let's see, this is episode 22, so the other 21 episodes, because there's a lot. There is a lot. So with that out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and do a fairly brief recap of what happened last time we played. So the last time that we left our party, they had joined Zio from the city of Dagbor and accompanied him and his troop, if you would, to the summit location, which is located a little west of the mountain ranges, just north, or just right beside the city of Dagbor. The mountain range is called the Erie Mountains, for those who don't know. Also, for everybody else, I have, just real quick, I have maps now. So
Sweet.
Here is the map that they're currently on. I finally uploaded them. So Dagbor is here, the number 2. The location is roughly in this general area. For those of you who are able to see stream, it's roughly in that area. Just ballparking it.
Sorry for you guys who are from Deja and had to go all that way.
Yep. But that is where they currently are located. The summit was underway with an intense back and forth among the leaders who arrived. Zio, Vom, Paleg, Varan, and Lumyar, all of whom were present and not necessarily arguing, but discussing what to do with these heroes from another land, from afar. They brought the party into the circle here and had them explain to the leaders what their islands were like, what kind of fighting force they might have, all to gather some information on whether or not, if they were to unite these forces, if they would have a chance at taking back the surface world. After giving as much information as they possibly could, the party dispersed into the different corners of this large Colosseum-like structure, with leaving the leaders to discuss and talk about their next step. When in the distance, the party spotted, with some generosity from the DM, a small circular disc, probably about the size of a dinner plate, fall from the sky. Denock immediately recognized it barely though, from this distance, as a possible piece of Magitech, which fell from the sky and impacted the ground, causing a large dust cloud to rise up from the ground. And that's actually where we pick back up today.
Oh.
Are you still eating ice cream?
That was my phone.
Quit dropping
Why are you
things.
eating your phone?
Not even my phone.
Oh my.
I had a wooden desk.
Okay.
Why are you eating your desk?
Go back to eating actual food.
If you're eating, mute yourself. How about that?
I had corn dogs earlier.
So,
And you're still hungry enough to eat a desk. That's impressive.
you guys watch. So as we get back into this, you guys watch as the dust cloud kind of stops growing in size, but it almost touches the sky. And as you guys begin to see the sky begins to turn this dark crimson red, almost like a blood red above above the area that you guys are out. You
Do
guys
you need
can
a
hear
perception
now.
check to see it?
No, this is obvious at this point.
Okay.
You guys can actually see now that the conversation behind you has kind of come to a halt as the leaders of the place begins to come to attention, and you can actually see now that some of them have begun summoning some of their royal guards, if you would, or some of their protectors, kind of getting closer just as a precautionary thing, and everything kind of goes quiet for a moment. And then you guys hear... Oh, go ahead.
I subtly, but not so subtly, whisper to Katya, "That looked like a Magitech platform."
A Magitech platform? What does that do?
At that moment, you hear this inhuman, almost unworldly roar that seems to shake the sky as it cries out across the distance. Cardin,
Yeah.
this is a roar all too familiar to you. You heard it many times when the demons hunt.
Crap.
Oh no!
And as you guys look out into the distance in this general direction over here, kind of to the right of the screen, you guys begin to see a black mass beginning to spread across the horizon and getting bigger and bigger as it approaches very quickly.
Is this the moment where we run?
You actually...
the pillar.
Potentially. You watch in a moment as the leaders all stand and speak in unison. Do any of you speak Celestial?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
I do.
Oddly enough, yes.
Okay. Basically, you guys hear, those of you who speak Celestial, you guys essentially hear the 5 leaders speak in unison. Let's see. Stone men rise and defend the worthy, essentially, is what it says. The rest of you guys hear this beautiful language, almost as if they were singing.
Why are they singing at a time like this?
And you guys watch as every single one of the stone statues around the perimeter of this Colosseum shift.
Oh!
Breaking free of a stone appearance and pulling their blades up and taking a ready position in a defensive position around the arena or the Coliseum here. What do you guys do?
Well, first I ask, do Katya and I get battered with any debris from that?
No, you do not.
I'm going to get behind the statues.
In front of me move? Is it just
The one in front of you, no, the one in front of you does not move. It's all of these bigger ones. And I'm just giving some music for the background here. So, you guys watch. Are you guys gonna do anything?
I'm going to get behind the statues.
You guys should be able to move your characters.
I'm just gonna move over this. You said it's off to the right, correct?
Yeah, off to the
Sure,
right
I'll
is
move
where
over
this mass is coming.
I'm gonna move like right there so I can try and see what's going on.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
30. Watch him move there.
I was just chasing Valinar.
Yeah, you guys watch as these guys begin to move this way. At this point in time, you guys can see some of the faster, what you assume most of you, those of you other than Cardin, demons flying through the air with this wicked laugh in their voice as they are flying in, and you watch as some of them are flying. They're probably 60 feet off now at this point, as they are approaching at a rapid speed with the larger, more slower individuals coming up.
I just melt a firebolt.
You just throw a firebolt out there. A 20 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage. 12 fire damage. Okay, it hits one of them and it kind of circles like spinning for a moment before it catches itself and rights itself back up, kind of looking where that attack came from. These guys are gonna move forward a bit more.
I point to Cardin.
We moved too far.
I point like I'm saying Cardin did it.
Right. Well, as they're doing this, and you actually hear now Lumyar yell out. Excuse me. He yells out, just follow us, and is yelling at you guys to follow him as they are currently pursuing themselves northward. Pally takes lead here. You guys are following suit. Okay. And you guys watch now as like those really fast flying ones come flying up to these giant statues as they all turn and are in the attack. And you watch as some of them come flying forward, and you watch as these large stone statues with these large swords just a couple of them just cut some of these smaller ones and clean in half. Others miss, and the little ones, the little insect-like demons begin to fly around the stone golem as it begins to swat and defend. You watch as... Actually, no, they're going to stay present. All right, go ahead and move your guy. You go ahead and move yourselves.
So Katya looks up at the approaching demons, watches the beginning of combat, looks over to the leaders, back at the demons, and says, "You know what? I'm out of here."
Okay.
Nope, not today.
You watch now as look up. You watch now as Palig Vom grab hold of this statue here at the front, and you watch as another large orc individual and another small human all grab and begin to push as hard as they can against this statue. And you can hear now as Zio kind of steps up and just, hurry, get it open! And it's at this point now you guys watch as some of these larger demons impact with these stone golems, fighting against these, what seems to be a horde of demons, having aberrated from somewhere. Now that they have made contact, these statues all turn. And are going to begin making movement towards the other side. So, this one's gonna get here, this here, same.
One of them kicks the chair out of the way.
Actually, he doesn't do that. He more or less steps on it, just crushing it beneath the large foot, as they seem to be trying to fill gaps, buying as much time as possible. Let me go ahead and make a roll here. Oh, yeah. These leaders actually managed to slide the stone statue here aside, revealing a small hallway, if you would. It leads down, and Palig is very quickly, come, hurry! And you watch as Valm basically vanishes down the hallway. Quickly behind is Zio. Then we have Varin, who hasn't moved yet. And Lumiar comes up and takes a step here and goes, hurry, we must hurry! You do watch as well as another couple of humans descend. A few other individuals. You're gone. And you're down. You also watch as a couple humans descend as well as a couple of other individuals. Some people a little more heavily armed. Lumiar eventually goes and vanishes down it as well. Palig seems to be staying back for you two.
All right, I'll go down then. I was gonna wait till everyone else went, but yeah, he's waiting.
Card's like, nope, excuse me.
You guys are going down. What?
I didn't realize I could move onto the exact same square as Val.
Okay. And you go down as well, and you watch. Now, Cardin, you would see this now too, as you're the last one going down. You guys watch as one of the large statues is actually chucked, or at least knocked, and it seems to be coming right at this general area as Palig and you dive down that hallway. I would like you and Palig both to make dexterity saving throws. Oh shit!
Actually, wait, that's just an auto check.
Oh,
Either way, it's
That's not a save.
But that's not a save.
yes.
thank God.
Yeah. Oh, that's better.
That's much better.
Nat 20.
Okay. So you guys come diving down this tunnel, rocks tumbling behind you, and you guys watch as Palig comes sliding in almost face first into the dirt, and you watch as Cardin basically jumps and then just right shoulder tumbles and is on his feet, turns and is immediately looking at the door, trying to figure out what is going on. You take, let's see, that was 9. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as the rock and stuff just kind of manages to nip at your heels, basically. And you guys turn and witness a cave-in behind you.
Oh no.
Well,
That's great.
shit.
Is there a light in the tunnel?
Katya, There is now, as I apply light to my...
I was gonna say I was gonna do the same thing if there wasn't light.
Yeah.
Okay, there it goes. I was like, hold, what the heck? I was confused. Like, I changed you guys over to a different slide forever ago.
Interesting.
Yeah, it just now moved you over. Okay.
I'll apply light to a dagger in my offhand.
Okay. It immediately becomes dark. Those of you who have dark vision are able to see, but those of you who can't, immediately casting light immediately kind of very quickly flashbangs everybody in the vicinity.
Oh, sorry.
My bad.
Fuck.
Now,
Force of habit.
standing there holding this dagger up, Katya is tapping his foot, and he looks at Carden, and he says, "Didn't we warn you about saying Tenebrous too many times? That something might come of it?"
And you just said it too.
Well, not like it can make it any worse. We are already swarmed with demons.
Never say that phrase.
Demons?
No, that it can't get any worse. Who's that on?
Who said about getting worse?
Oh, that was Katya. I was the one saying not to say it.
Not me?
You guys watch as Pally kind of picks himself up from the dirt. Oh, perhaps we should move away from this area. He kind of like looks to those of you who are around, and now that you are looking around, you guys see a couple of scribes in here. All of the leaders seem to have made it, as well as a couple of individuals who are seemingly more armored than others. And you can see a large orc or half-orc individual making sure that, like talking to Zio, ensuring that Zio is okay. And I would like to invite Ginger into the chat and have him describe his character for us.
Hey, I'm Ginger, and my character is John Visk, and he is a half-orc paladin.
So you see this large, green-skinned half-orc with long black hair, kind of flowing through his armor in places. He carries a very large greatsword on his back, and seems to be, at the moment, attending to Zio. However, Zio's kind of brushing him off. They kind of turn, and you guys can see. Yeah. So, what do you guys do?
So, what the hell was that? First, I see a Magitech platform fall from the sky. Then we get what I can only think are demons. And then you guys make giant statues come alive. What the fuck?
Demons. I guess.
Whoa,
Well, I'm not as
dude, you gotta fix your mic, dude. I understood none of that.
Yeah.
So, moving demons.
Nope,
You're
still bad.
Nope.
Well,
What the?
Well, he figures that out.
That came across clear. He swears I understand him.
Okay.
So that's how you do it.
This is close. No, it got worse when I got close.
It must be your beard, dude. Your beard must be like messing with the mic.
I don't.
Wow.
My beard's trimmed right now, so I'm not sure what.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Stop eating it. Stop eating it.
Ew.
I'm literally sitting all the way back.
Yeah, well, you sound great now. What did you say?
Them be
Nope,
demons.
it went... Oh, then be demons.
You gotta be
Them
kidding
be
me.
demons. What's going on?
Have you tried restarting it?
Your mic hates you today.
Something's up with Cardin's mouth tonight.
Yeah. It doesn't seem to be working quite right like any other night.
What does Cardin's
Like his
mouth
brain?
better work? Is that better?
Yeah.
We'll see.
I unplugged it and replugged it back in.
Oh, look at that. It works.
Okay.
So Katya
Um,
says in response to Denoch, so you're surprised about the giant stone statues moving after everything we've been through thus far. But that's on the same level of surprise as these long extinct demons swarming us.
Well, whenever you use celestial language to activate giant stone warriors, yeah, it's a little surprising.
Oh. Well, fair enough. You got me there.
You
But
see a
what does-
couple
what
of the
does-
individuals of the leaders kind of look at you and be like, you understood that language.
Yes, it's part of the training to become priest of the dead.
Huh. Interesting. We simply found some runes and read it that way. Trial and error showed us that it commands the statues.
It's
Which is
basically
why
the language of the gods.
Well, we're aware, but we didn't think anybody but the gods could speak it.
When Denoch
It
says
was-
it's the language of the gods, Valinar starts laughing.
Yeah, yuck it up.
Cardin starts laughing as well.
He doesn't know why, but he starts laughing.
So, what exactly does a Magitech platform do? You never got to answer that.
Generally, it just carries things. It's basically like, what's that floating disk spell? Tensor's floating disk?
Maybe?
Yes.
You're the wizard.
You're the
Well,
wizard,
I'm not-
remember?
As Katya's like, sure, and shrugs.
Well, A, I don't... Okay, as Rom, I don't have the spell in front of me. B, Denoch never learned that spell. He just knows floating disk.
Yeah, it's tensors.
I didn't realize there was a difference.
There is one. Basically, it can carry several pounds. I forget the exact amount. I never actually learned that spell, personally. We had those platforms, so barely anyone learned the actual spell.
So, why are demons coming off of said disc?
That's what really worries me.
Probably because they know it.
You don't think they acquired it from your home, do you?
Like I said, that's what worries me. At this point, I don't know what's going on there. And well, with the platform, one possible theory that comes to mind is when we were transported, when we arrived in that cave, what if it was right before a demon invasion of our homes?
All of our homes? No, that can't be right.
But then why specifically us?
Unlucky, lucky, however you want to see it. Maybe destiny has its grips on us.
Maybe we were all brought here specifically because this world was going to be invaded, and we are destined to die. And I don't want to die. Not yet. I haven't gotten married. Or had kids yet.
That's your worry.
That's your worry.
Hey, girl's gotta have her priorities, okay?
At that, since you are in a hallway that kind of echoes, everybody kind of stops and turns.
It's a long story. I'll describe it later.
Well, I think we have quite a long journey on our hands, as they kind of indicate forward as you guys do not see an end to this tunnel.
Where's this tunnel supposed to lead anyway?
Well, Vaughn kind of speaks up. Well, out, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Yes, you see, now, like, Lumiar speaks up. We didn't exactly have a map of this place. We just knew that this was a tunnel that could be used to escape. But, as you can clearly tell, as he, like, wipes off some of the dust, it hasn't been used in a very long time.
But you knew it was here, and didn't think to send anybody to map it.
And
Just
you used that gazebo, whatever it was, as an important meeting place.
We did, but we also figured we wouldn't need to ever use it. We understood that the meeting place was a place of peace and no hostility, which is why we primarily only carried defending equipment rather than anything that would be hostile. We kept we kept members outside of the area that had ways to fight and defend themselves, but that was only if no negotiations were to ever have broken down, which they have not. I don't even think they've broken down in looks to oh shoot, I'm blanking on his name now. Give me 1 second. Varen looks to Varen. I don't even believe they've broken down in your time, have they? And Varen kind of thinks for a moment and goes, I can't say that they have. They've been close times, of course, but everybody is on edge at times, and especially during war times. Anyway, the best way to get through is through. So hopefully we can travel in company together. Zio kind of looks to you guys and goes, I'm gonna encourage you guys to get to know seems like the only one that made it in is John here. And he kind of indicates to the large half-orc individual that that you guys saw earlier. He goes, John here looks to be the only individual of defense that has seemed to have made it through the opening. So you 5 will primarily head the defense of this group, as we're not exactly suited for combat at the moment. I mean, as you're kind of looking around, a lot of the leaders aren't carrying weapons. Like, they have defensive means, but they don't have weapons on them. Now, you also understand that for a couple of them, that's probably not an issue, but
Yeah, like Lumiar and Palig. What do they need weapons for?
I I believe Lumiar.
I'm pretty sure we watched him fight pretty much
You
hand to
watched
hand.
Lumiar. You watched Lumiar use a sword.
I thought he did
And,
some unarmed combat too, just for fun.
Nope. Well,
Oh.
for fun, sure, but he primarily used kind of like a rapier kind of a styled weapon, or a short sword. There we go. In the city of Anthona.
Dude, Mike.
I do not have one of those.
A short sword?
Or rapier. Either one.
You got nothing
Here's
made
a
for
question.
small cave spaces.
Is the Demon Slayer forgery a short sword? Or was that a long sword?
I believe it was a long sword.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just thought I'd double check.
Katya looks to Cardin. If these close quarters are going to be difficult for your large weapons, I can loan you a short sword that I borrowed. Borrowed, air quotes.
Um, short sword.
It's better than nothing. I imagine down here it'd be difficult to swing a two-handed maul.
With full effect, yeah. I will borrow your puny sword.
Katya gets into his pack and pulls out the short sword that he took from was it the elf guy that we killed in the arena?
Okay.
I think that's
by
what I
the
got it
way,
from.
is my Skelly bro with me?
Ooh, that is an interesting question. He was with you when you guys gave the presentations of your land, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm going to say yes, he is. I'm just going to say that he basically stuck right to your side the entire time.
You carried him.
I mean, pretty much. Zio encourages you guys to make friends with, basically, John is what he introduced the half orc as. The half orc kind of looks annoyed. I would assume you are annoyed at the present situation, are you not?
Yeah, because I want to be able to swing my great sword with all my force, and it's probably not going to fit as well in the tunnel right now.
Well, you guys have been noticing that as you guys get away from where the cave itself kind of collapsed, it does widen up a little bit, but it's still kind of a tight fit to walk two people side by side. Cardin, you and this half orc could not do it, but you and Katya could probably walk side by side.
Okay. I mean, to be fair, Cardin's not like huge. He's big, but he's not like.
I think
You're
Katya
a-
might actually be a little bit taller.
You're a thick boy, though, is what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I'm like the Terry Crews type of.
How many C's?
Like 4.
2? Yeah, we'll do it that way. He's got 4. You have so Cardin, you're a 4. You got 4 C's in thick. This half orc beside you has got 5.
Now, here's the question. When Katya gets a good look at him, what's his reaction?
Ooh, hard to say.
It is a half orc.
Typically- Yeah, that's not really his cup of tea.
But
Damn.
muscles.
Yeah, I got my other days.
Are they obscured by armor?
Probably.
A little
Then-
bit.
Not quite. Katya might actually be a little more intimidated by him, though, because he's so big and angry looking.
Does technically have proficiency in intimidation.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm kind of eyeing everybody up, keeping an eye on things, feeling the situation.
Katya will, after handing over the short sword to Pardon, will approach John at the behest of the leader's recommendation and will introduce himself somewhat timidly. And he'll say, it is good to meet you, Sir John. My name is Katya Swift.
Hello, Katya.
I do hope you can hold your own in combat.
Oh, no doubt. I hope you can hold your own in combat.
We won't
He
talk
says
about
as he
my
pretty
few.
much 90-degree bends over and looks at you. No. That is an interesting point. How tall is John?
Oh shoot, I don't even know. Oh gosh, no, I didn't think that far ahead.
So half orcs can range anywhere from like an average human height to like nearly 7.5 feet tall. Half orcs anyway. If you're a full blooded orc, you're looking at 8, 9.
Okay, I would say
But-
he's 6'9".
6,
Oh.
9.
Half a foot taller than me. Gotcha.
So he is a very tall individual. So.
So to continue, Katya kind of shrugs and says, "We won't talk about my few mishaps along the way."
You mean like starting to blow bubbles in the middle of combat?
Or
I'm
nearly
still
blown
trying
the
to
hell
get
up.
it under. I'm trying to get it under control.
A few mishaps.
Please tell me more.
Uh,
Do
there
tell.
was this one time. Pretty much, I had so many random effects going for my magic. I could have been mistaken to be some kind of angel until I dropped a fireball on myself and my allies.
I think I still have burn marks.
I think my
They-
my ego's pretty burned too.
Some of the scorched hair hasn't quite regrown all the way yet either. It's only been like, you guys have only been together for like 21 or 22 days now.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
My internet's pooping.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
Did you miss anything or?
No, it's just I'm getting like little gaps in everybody's words.
Oh.
Like,
sorry,
Gas.
People
Well,
are starting
if
to
you-
robot a bit.
Okay. Well, if anything becomes too difficult to really understand, or if you miss something, like I'm having a dialogue with you or whatever, like I am currently, just let me know and I'll repeat whatever it is.
I'm also turning off a few things here and there just to see if I can.
Okay, that's fair.
If it's like my internet or if it's. Yeah. Oh boy.
okay. Can I get a marching order as you guys are going down this tunnel?
I'm near Zio.
I'll be somewhere in the middle.
All right. So what I'll do is, just for the sake of this, I'm gonna pull out all of these tokens again. Put them in a line like that. We're gonna pull
All our
you
ducks
guys.
in a row.
We are gonna pull you guys onto here as well, and I'm gonna have you guys position yourselves near.
I'm gonna walk next to Lumiere.
Where you would be. He would front. Zio probably would be because so you're probably
Actually,
taking
probably.
point.
Mhm.
Well, actually, you can walk at this point. You can walk shoulder to shoulder. So I'll say you can go 2 in a row.
So which
But
way are we
it's-
traveling? Up or down?
We'll say you guys are going this way.
I'm not
I
in
need
the
to
right
grab.
Then there's like,
I guess I'll be back here.
And then there's a couple of NPCs as well, but they don't. They're basically scribes that somehow managed to get in. We're gonna say there's 3 of them. They're basically scribes. So marching order. Alrighty.
13 of us. What a lucky number.
Great.
One of us is going to die for sure.
I promise you, I did not do that on purpose.
Well, I mean, we can make sure we are
Kill
no
one of
longer
the scribes.
13. Turns and uses
Well-
fire on one of the scribes.
We have
Raises the dead on him.
Hey, I need an army.
I
Oh
I'm
yeah,
going to
where's
say-
Skelly Boy in this?
Oh right.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we're not an uneven number.
But does he actually
were-
count as a person?
An uneven number of living.
Undead have feelings too. They are
We'll
people.
say he's bringing up the rear, just protection there.
The scribe next to him is writing hurriedly and all.
He's, the scribes are currently writing their will.
It's like he's scribing faster. Like, the skeleton could kill me at any second.
What good's a will gonna do if you're not alive to give it to someone?
We don't know. They'll find out.
If
I'm
anybody's
gonna
gonna be
say-
unconscious first, it'll be me.
Probably.
Mhm.
And
I'm
you'll
gonna
probably
say-
fall against Lumiare's sculpted abs, right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm going to say Cardin and John, go ahead and roll a perception check with advantage, as Valm and Zia will be aiding you guys and just kind of watching the tunnel as we go forward.
Ooh,
Whoa,
nice.
those are pretty dice.
Yeah.
So 13 and 18. John got a 13. Cardin got an 18.
Fantastic.
perceptive.
So, for the first probably 2 hours of walking,
Oh Lord.
nothing really changes. You guys are walking down a dark and uneventful tunnel that has a very slight angular decrease where you guys are slowly heading downward. It's not a very steep angle. It's maybe like a 10-degree angle.
This just means when we reach the end, we'll eventually have to go back up the same distance.
Yeah, it will.
Unless stairs.
Oh, even worse, climbing stairs upwards.
Or
Do
a
you know how many
magic,
stairs it'll be?
or one of those magic elevator things.
You mean like a Magitech platform?
Whatever those things we rode in Tullus was. Tullus and was it Bahrain that had the other one?
Yeah, Baran had one with Zio's like personal scribe there at the tower.
Oh,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
basically he was using a glyph that allowed him to reverse gravity.
I remember that. My
Yeah,
stomach
you
remembers
almost
it
get it
too.
every time.
Mm-hmm.
Could be one of those at the end of this. Not likely, but there could be.
At about the 4 hour mark, people begin to get whiny. Particularly the scribes.
And
Who are
Katya.
not who are not, and Katya, who are not used to walking very far distances. You can see it's
How
even
much
beginning.
deeper does this go? Oh my
That's what she said.
god. I'm starting to get hungry. Guys, can we stop?
Claudia, shut up.
I would imagine you
I
guys are able to stop at any point in time for food and water if you so desire.
I'm behind Kadia, correct?
You're in front of me.
No, you're in front of him.
Okay, I'm in front of you. I I start to get annoyed with Kadia's whining. So what I do is I take out like a piece of
I
cloth.
thought you said you were going to take off your shirt.
No, I take off. I take out like a piece of cloth, and
Mhm.
can I go to sort of like gag Kadia?
You're gonna have to catch me first.
We're in a tunnel.
I could duck.
You're in the
I
middle.
will say, I will, I will say,
Not
Oh
if your
my
head's
God.
being held.
I will say, as you kind of begin to go and do that, you guys are reaching about the 4.5, almost 5 hour mark at this point, and you're kind of like getting ready to turn, and as you do so, you catch a glimpse of something.
What is
turn,
that?
You turn back, and you and now that you're looking at it, the rest of you guys kind of begin to see it as well, as in the side of the cavern, this tunnel, you see a large double doored, a large onyx double door kind of recessed into the wall, with a large recess into the center of where the doors connect, and there seems to be a some kind of writing above it, but it is like an onyx door, like made of obsidian.
Wait. Why would we? Who in their right mind would walk 4.5 hours down a dark tunnel to enter this? This better be important.
Probably someone that's not actually walking.
What language is on the door?
What language do you know?
Well, other than common, celestial, draconic, and infernal.
You cannot read the language.
Is it
Okay.
You are
Corey?
unsure. It is not Corey.
Elvish, Sylvan, Halfling.
You can read it.
Oh, cool. Finally, something I understand.
What you see, what you recognize the language as Elvish.
Hey, I know
Oh,
that.
okay.
Speak
So-
friend in it.
Those who
No.
speak Elvish, right? So those of you who can read Elvish, it reads, "The heart of Loth's creation opens the path forward."
What?
The heart of Loth's creation?
Loth's creation.
What's
Loth or Loath?
Lolth.
Loth?
Yeah.
Is there something
Sorry,
I can roll to know what that means?
Sure. That would be religion.
Oh, yay.
Oh no.
8. You're not.
Eight.
You're not aware of it. Anybody who would like to can make that roll.
You know what?
Because he
Arden
spoke it out loud, right?
Oh no. As a player, I'm scared. Soft 20.
Denock, that tracks. Why does Cardin?
As a player, I know who Loth is.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to roll as well, John?
No, right now John is just like trying to find like the door handle to open the door because he can't read it, and he's just like he's just used to being able to just open doors, so he's just looking to figure out how to open it.
There is no door handle. Would you like to attempt to just push it open?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and make I'll say go ahead and make an athletics check, because that'll be fun.
Okay.
10. It doesn't budge. You push on it with all your might, and the door does not give an inch.
My toughest enemy yet.
They always get in the way.
Katya. Okay, Cardin. I have an idea of how. Alright, Cardin. You guys know that Loth is the it's a reference to the drow goddess of spiders.
Yeah.
It is the god that the drow. It is the god of spiders that the drow specifically worship.
Okay,
Cardin,
tell you right now, we come across a spider, I'm gone.
Cardin, you know this because of the shamans in your village have often warned the traveler, the people that they come across, and even the young children, that Loth might take the young children in the night if they stay out past curfew, basically. So, as to be wary of spiders.
Katya says, "Don't ask how I know this," and he relays the information.
You probably read it in a book somewhere.
And it says, "My best guess is somewhere up ahead, further down this cave network, there is a large spider, and we got to kill it or rip out its heart."
With a 20 for your religion check, you Katya would also know that Loth made a few creations. Most of them were spiders.
Some were driders.
But the other creation that Loth is famous for is the Drider, due to a bad how do I say this? A bad relationship, essentially. Loth essentially split him in half and fused him with a spider.
You would think that would have been actually. You would think that would have actually been a blessing to them.
You would think, and some devout worshippers of Loth find it an honor. Some people, not so much. It originally began as a curse, but
Okay. Rip, I'm going to tell you right now, when we start that fight, you can take over for D-Knock. I ain't touching that. Not even with a 3,000 foot pole. Sorry.
Make sure you describe the spider in gruesome detail.
I'd be gone. I'd be out of Discord. It ain't happening.
But that is what you know. You can relay to the party what you wish.
I'm gonna tell them everything that I know about it. And then my speculation that chances are somewhere up ahead is either a spider or a drider, and we're expected to rip out his heart. Now, I'm not sure I want to know what's behind this door.
before we go off looking for giant spiders or whatever, is there even a spot on the door to put a heart?
There's a bowl-like recess in between the two doors where they connect.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
The bowl.
Alternatively, we could turn back around and walk 4.5 hours back up and attempt to clear the cave in and face the demons that are out there. I don't see a better option.
So, a potentially unknown number of demons, or an unknown number of driders.
I'll
Well-
go with the demons.
I mean, driders are at the very least can be reasoned with. They are intelligent creatures.
Try telling that to my arachnophobia.
I want to fight the spider.
Zio kind of just like, of course you do.
Why does that not surprise me?
Also, real quick, timeout above game. Rom, I am so sorry. I didn't really know you had an arachnophobia. That's my fault.
Yeah, like I said, whenever it starts, you know how I played Denock.
I don't anticipate it lasting very long. You guys are very DPS focused.
Fireball! Poof!
well, I don't know if we can fireball it because we might destroy the heart.
Oh, that's a good point.
I mean, as long as you don't cook it on the first shot. Yeah, I believe you were going to say something, John. What were you going to say?
That I want to fight the spider.
Okay, all right. Well, we kind of talked about that. Okay,
Just to give John a fist bump.
Yeah, we got this.
Fight.
Zio kind of goes, well, perhaps we should. We should stay. Those of us who are unarmed should stay here, out of danger's way, and those of you who are well armed should complete the task. We're very sorry to have to ask this of you.
I put my hand on Zio's shoulder and I'm like, "We got this. Don't you worry."
Thank you, John. I always appreciate your valor.
Yeah, this is what I'm here for.
Before we go off and fight a spider, massive spider or whatever, is it Is the door enchanted closed? Is that what's going on?
You watched as the big half orc couldn't force his way in, but otherwise, you guys have not tried any magical means of opening it.
Do I want to waste this slot and try? Sure, I'll use one of my 3rd level slots to try to spell magic
Oh,
Oh.
on the door.
Not what I would have done, but okay. Give me a moment. I gotta figure out how that would work in terms of magic.
Ooh.
what would you have done?
I would have cast detect magic, but I don't know who has access to that, if anybody.
I actually don't have detect magic, so
Uh,
but at least I don't have it prepared.
oh yeah, I didn't prepare it though. Oh,
I definitely do not have detect magic.
Oh man, that's
Usual, isn't it?
it is because of the way that it works. I will say if you coordinate it with other individuals and attempt to force the door open with an athletics check, I will allow this to kind of stand. I am gonna have you roll a essentially a dispel magic check against it, which is basically just a
wisdom check for me.
yeah, it'd be a wisdom check for you, basically.
Is there any way I can assist him even if I don't know spell magic?
Not with the magical part, but with the door you could. I mean, I'm assuming that if you guys just said you gave Cardin and John advantage on their athletics check, that they would attempt to try to push the doors open for you guys.
Yeah, okay.
Push the
We
door
are
open.
here.
You mean we don't have to hunt spiders?
Potentially, depending on how this goes.
Do it.
Good.
All right.
All right.
So
That's
first
better.
give me the wisdom check. Oh,
24.
that is a really good roll. Okay.
I feel like that'll dispel any spell.
24 total.
Yeah, 24 total. Okay, so that's the easy part. Now comes the harder part. But because of the dispel magic, I'm going to take that into consideration for the DC. So I do need Cardin and John both to make athletics checks with advantage
I'll help.
as Katya and Dinok are pushing on the door with them, but they're doing the heavy lifting. Let's be real.
With my -1.
18 for John. 26.
26.
Yeah.
I think the door just caved in.
Cardin was just like, move, bitch, get out the way.
Okay. And that one's okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Okay. And yeah, those are all the same numbers basically. Okay. So you guys, Valinar, you release the dispel magic, and you can feel this magical presence kind of be evaporated from the seal of the door where they meet, and you watch as basically John and Cardin push with all of their might, and you hear as 4 different latches in this door break.
Damn.
And the doors.
Wow.
Yeah, you got.
What do you see?
Sorry, I'm still
boy.
getting over the fact that you guys just broke a door. That is
Cardin
locked
is
with-
good at breaking doors.
Cardin
I
is
know,
good
but
at
it's
breaking
locked
doors.
with blood magic.
Yes.
So basically, how that worked is Valinar dispelled the magic that was preventing the lock itself from being opened or broken. And in that moment, Cardin and John just snapped all of essentially the hinges that were keeping the door locked.
Jesus.
But
Valinar, you
I
are my
will-
new favorite person.
I will say, without that high of that dispel magic and Cardin rolling a 27, yeah, if you guys 26, sorry, if you guys wouldn't have had those numbers, you guys would not have opened that door. Yeah.
If I would have had 27, that would have been a crit.
Yeah. Well, if you guys wouldn't have had advantage on those athletics checks, you guys would have broken a couple of the locks, but you guys wouldn't have gotten it open. But dang. All right. Well, I can throw that part completely out of my notes. There goes half a page.
I'm sorry, Rip, but thank God.
Oh no!
Nobody has a time today.
Don't worry. I love when you guys find creative solutions to things. I have more prepared. I always have more prepared. You should know that. But
Oh yeah, as long as it's not more spiders, I'm good.
no, not spiders.
We're going through a door that was labeled wolf. I'm almost expecting there to still be spiders.
So, alrighty. Wow. Okay.
So now what?
I love
You
how he's
guys-
just like in shock and awe.
Yeah, because now, to be fair, there were 2 natural 19s on those 3 checks, which is basically the only way you guys passed that. Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you,
Okay.
Lady Luck.
Okay, hold on. Give me a moment. I gotta recollect myself now, because was not expecting that.
Do we need a 5-minute break?
Surprise.
No. No, I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Do you guys
This
need
would be a
one?
good cliffhanger.
No, I'm good.
Then we'll keep going. I'm good. I just needed to find where that jumps me to in my notes. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good to go.
It's the age-old comic of DM spends like an hour preparing elaborate backstory and dungeon. Players break it in 3 minutes.
Oh, I'll show you what
Pretty
I
much.
had prepared, because I'm gonna have to delete them after the session now. But I'll show you what I had prepared. Okay. Okay. With the doors swinging open and Zio going, well, that's one way to get in. You, you guys, the doors swing open, and what you guys see in the immediate vicinity, with the area of the light spell, is something baffling, almost. As you see what seems to be an ancient cityscape, still standing.
Oh,
You see large, black buildings seem to have been made out of almost obsidian. And as you guys kind of step into this chamber, you can see as some of the buildings reflect the light from the light spell, kind of like a smooth glass surface. The light glistens. You can see on some of the buildings the light reflects back at you like a large yellow eye, some kind of beast lurking in the shadows of the city. The city seems to have been untouched for the better part of a millennia. You guys kind of hear, actually, let me see if they notice. No? He does. You guys hear, come on.
I am going
Lumyar.
to ask, how long has this
What?
been under the island in the sky?
You don't know. Give me 1 second. You hear Lumyar kind of speak up, and he goes, This is Elven. This is probably a drow society. Probably abandoned back during the war. Judging by it was probably abandoned during the war in order to avoid demons and being able to fight them back on the surface. The buildings seem old, but they still stand like obsidian. An obsidian pillar, unmoving, unaging, unchanging. You guys can see small puffs of dust in every step you take. Not large, but a little bit. What were you saying, Katya?
How did this city come to be underneath a floating island? Was it built here after the rise, or before the rise, and it just happened to be brought up?
The Lumyar basically just explained that.
Okay.
You can see that every building, as you guys begin to get closer, is beautifully sculpted in this onyx black stone. Most of the buildings shimmer like a mirror in the light that you guys have produced for the various individuals who needs the light to see. Oh, and the streets, seem to wind like vines, eventually leading into the very center of town, which opens up into a large courtyard. And in the center of the courtyard, you see made completely of bronze, a very large tree made of like bronze, the metal. And as you guys kind of gather around the base of it, you kind of look around and you can see up in the tree, you guys see 9 large plates hanging from the branches. And you guys kind of circle around and you see some of these. It almost looks to be representing fruit, but in the place of where the fruit would be, you actually see that there are like a slight recess in this plate. And there's, like I said, there's 9 of them currently hanging. And in these hanging fruit dishes, for the lack of a better term, most of them are empty. However, you see 3 of them currently holding, inside of this recess, a white porcelain mask. And at the base of the tree, you find they're 20 feet in the air.
I'm gonna shoot one down with Eldritch Blast.
Well, hold on. At the base of the tree, there's another sign that is engraved. That has it's made of metal and engraved. Or wait, no, sorry. At the base of the tree, engraved into the metal itself, you can see more Elvish. Those of you who can read Elvish, it reads, "Death awaits those who don the mask."
Oh. Never mind.
I said, let me finish. Yoink! So that you guys can kind of see where you're at. This is the tree that I'm referring to. There aren't really streets, but it's basically the main pathway that you guys can kind of see. I'm not going to move everybody else over. I'm just putting you guys here.
Katya will read the sign out loud and then say, well, why would you not want to put on one of those beautiful masks?
Could be something used in a ritual. Could be
reverse psychology.
Why do I feel like Katia is about to go put on a mask?
But I mean, who would be using them for rituals anymore? This place is abandoned. Right?
Then why don't you put one on?
I can't reach it.
I wouldn't do that if I was you. You guys hear a voice from the shadows kind of echoing around you.
Instantly points light at it.
Can't hear ya.
Great giant mall.
Tony,
What the hell?
What?
did that come through at all? Probably not.
You were cutting
Somewhat.
in and out pretty.
Great.
It came in and then it went out.
Of course. Donning one of the masks will probably kill you.
Who says that?
You guys begin looking around. Make perception checks for me.
Let me pull up my dice here. Hang on.
Cardin sees the world for all eternity.
For the first time, 16.
1 second. here.
Arden's normally pretty decent at perception.
Yeah, but to roll a nat 20.
On
All right.
perception.
Literally everybody except for Denock and Valinar see the individual. You see.
I'm the guy who was pointing the light at it.
You didn't see it though. You
Wouldn't
see.
he be aided by the light?
No.
Donna's just waving the light around, trying to find the.
Where are you? Show yourself. Standing right here.
You guys see on top of the nearby building, you guys see a woman, kind of elven features, a little pale in its vishes, kind of tattered clothes, kind of just standing, staring down at you guys. She seems to have been the one that spoke to you.
How do you know so much about the mask?
Who are you talking to?
Hey.
It's a valid question. Who are you talking to?
Up there.
I imagine-
Up there.
Oh! What?
You point her out and you guys can see her. She kind of
So
stands.
who are you and how long have you been down here?
I am irrelevant. I've been down here for far too long. But, your friend there, indicates to Carden, seems hurt.
Katya looks at Carden. He looks fine to me.
You look away, and she vanishes from sight from you guys.
Okay.
You guys watch as she basically just drops off the back of the building.
What?
Oh,
Let's
I'm
find
not a
a way
freaking
out of
ninja.
You guys can roll perception to find her if you'd like.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sounds like walking in the trap. You guys have fun with that.
Okay, yep, nope.
15.
The net 1 for a 6.
Oh,
Oof.
fine.
Oh, gosh.
Let me be the tiebreaker. Oh, 13 or 13. Take a pick.
She's gone,
Wow.
guys.
We suck.
Awesome.
Those are all terrible rolls.
Oh, mine's like middle of the pack.
Yeah, she's gone, guys. You don't know where she went.
I'm starting to wonder if I just like hallucinated her.
With a nat 1, you might have. Also, just for the sake of brevity, I'm going to point out that the other guys are up here somewhere. I'm just not putting tokens down for them because that seems like
Where?
a waste.
Up where?
Kind of up north here. I
Okay.
don't know why it's not pinging on... Oh, this might help. There we go.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I was confused for a moment, and then I realized I was on the wrong layer.
So, Carden, do you feel hurt?
I mean, I got hit by a rock earlier.
And when you say that, you hear in your ear, "You should really be more careful about that," as she appears right behind you.
Oh shit!
Does a 16 hit? Oh wait, actually she has
16?
Actually, sorry, she actually has advantage because she was hidden from you, so that's a 25 to hit.
That will hit.
Oh no.
Okay. You take 6 points of piercing damage. And give me 1 second.
Yeah,
I don't know if he wasn't hurt before. He is now.
Snack attack.
And 7 points of necrotic damage as you feel these fangs bury into your neck.
Oh.
And I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Remember, click your character.
Oh.
Click your
I think I
icon.
know what this is.
A vampire, maybe?
No.
16 initiative. That's fast for me.
8.
Ginger, what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you click on your I'm gonna have you click on your character, and then on your character sheet, hit the initiative button. Okay.
Click on your character here on the.
Yeah, your character icon.
I'm clicking it, but nothing's happening.
Yeah. No, you click
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
and
you,
then
click on it.
once it's clicked it, and then open your. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, it didn't appear, so.
Yeah, I'll get it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it said
It
no
doesn't-
bounty token was selected.
It's whatever. I'll figure it out later. And then they rolled.
Oh, they.
They?
Well, you don't know.
Oh, geez.
Alright.
Cardin and I tied. Interesting.
Who has the higher dex?
Mine is 12.
Cardin has the higher dex.
Mine is higher.
That makes sense.
Well, actually, you have a +2 as well. What is your dex?
My dex is 14.
Oh, wait, so you had a +1. Never mind. All right, we're good.
yeah, I have a +1.
Okay. That means the vampire spawn is up first. Yeah.
Yeah.
You were right, so I gave it to you. Let's see here. Okay. Technically, it can't be affected by that. Technically. Also, just so that I'm aware, who has light cast on them?
Hi,
Katya?
Ron Arcadia by the sounds of it.
Okay. Light is how big of a range?
20 feet.
20-foot radius. Okay.
In bright light and dim light for another 20.
What? So.
So
bright light,
technically
20
it's 40
feet.
feet. 40-foot radius, but the last 20 feet is dim light.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
There you go.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
Oh,
30.
sorry.
40. Okay.
So,
That is fine. I am changing some things up here real quick.
Whoa!
I am adding the where the light is at, so that you guys are able to what you guys can see. If you move outside of any of these ranges, it is complete darkness, and unless you have dark vision, you cannot see.
Hey,
Just make it. Oh yeah. So if I move myself, the aura will go with me.
Yeah, it should.
Good.
All right. So that means she is up first. Okay, she is going to attempt to rake you with her claws, Cardin.
At least it's not a spider.
16 to hit.
Oh. That meets, so yes, it hits.
Okay. So you take 6 points of slashing damage from her claw, and she is going to attempt to she's going to attempt to bite you again. Huh. That's 22 to hit. You
you should have raged immediately after you got bit.
Unfortunately, rage is a bonus action and not a reaction.
Ooh.
Yeah. You take 7 points of piercing damage. I gotta adjust the music just a little bit on my end. So another 7 points of piercing, and 10 points of necrotic.
Oh.
And that'll end her turn. She She's gonna stay right there.
It's very annoying.
That brings us to Carden.
Carden is very annoyed and very hurt. Carden is going to rage. He just straight rages. There's not even a preemptive. He's just mad now.
She pressed the button. She shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, she pressed button. Carden is going to take a full two-handed reckless attack on this vampire.
Nice.
Sorry, Arctic. You
16.
said reckless?
Reckless, yeah.
A 16 will hit.
Oh.
I pressed the button, is it not?
Give it a
not
second,
yet.
lag.
Yeah, give it a moment.
Okay.
Yep, I'll take the first one.
Okay. Yeah, take the first one.
Okay, so 11 plus 2,
2.
For rage?
Yeah, so 13.
so 13. So as it impacts her, you actually watch as she like kind of catches the maul partly as it begins to kind of crush her arm. It doesn't seem to have dealt as much damage as you originally would have thought.
Who we lose?
It must be the time of night.
All right.
I heard.
Would you like to?
I heard as an impact.
Carden gets
That was
another
it.
attack. Carden gets
Yep.
another attack.
Yep. 17.
17.
17 will also hit.
11. 12, 13
Okay.
again.
Again, as you swing again, you can see her kind of continuously trying to catch it with her arms. You see as like some of the bones begin to break in her arms, and
Oh.
but that is the end of her turn. But that is the end of your turn, unless you would like to move.
As much as I would like to move, no, I can't risk that attack of opportunity.
Okay. That brings us to Katya.
Now, before I start my turn, does Katya have any knowledge on what this creature is?
I will say you can spend your bonus action making a history check if you would like to. Because off
Yeah,
the
I'll
top
go ahead
of
and
my
do that
head,
first.
no.
I'll go ahead and do that first. 17?
17. It is definitely some sort of undead creature. It appears to be evil, as it kind of attacked you guys out of the blue. But in terms of like knowing exactly what it is, not really.
Well, knowing it's undead is good enough by me. So I'm going to move right here, where I have a clear line of view, and I'm going to shoot a chromatic orb at him.
Chromatic orb, okay.
Yep.
Oh,
no!
Is that a natural one?
That is a nat
natural
one.
Want to roll severity?
Please don't kill me.
Okay. I rolled high severity, so you just miss.
Okay. Fair enough. I still had to use a.
You still used a spell slot, so
Yeah.
you need to make your roll. Give me 1 second to grab my paper for that. Okay,
Is it-
so okay,
Was it
so
charisma roll?
make a charisma check for me.
Ka-choo. 22.
Okay, you are successful on the check, so go ahead and roll a D100.
Boom. Here we go. 37. Is this a new one?
Now,
No.
I'm about to find out.
Fireball. What?
Standard on set.
37 is a familiar one, so you know what is coming. You know that the that you can choose one creature near you to gain +1 to attack, damage, and AC for 1 minute.
I'd give it to Cardin.
You give it to Cardin. Cardin, you have +1 to attack and damage rolls, and to your AC for the next minute.
Weak. Cardin goes.
Okay.
Cardin feeling a little hyped from apparently just randomly hyped. It's just like.
Okay.
And Katya's like, "You're welcome. I could control it."
Anime crying in victory. All
Hour
right.
of
Does that
friendship.
that ends your turn? D-Knock. Oh, I forgot to give you your Skelly.
Thank you.
Boop.
Yay! Skelly buddy.
Controlled by. Excuse me. Nope, wrong person.
Controlled by burp.
There we go. Okay. You have control. What would you like to do?
There we go. Sorry, I was just testing. But I basically tell him, move there and shoot at her.
Okay.
And real quick. I can do that.
So fun fact, you guys can actually use the measurement tool, and then if you right click, it'll give you
A second arrow.
it'll give you the second point and continuing your distance. So right here is 30 feet. Yeah. So fun fact for you guys if you guys use Roll20. So there you go. All right,
I always
you
have to
move
remind
there.
myself what it is.
That's your bonus action to command them. Do you want to do anything with your action? Approaching range.
All three on her.
Okay,
And I missed the first one. Probably.
13 will miss.
Oh!
22 will definitely hit.
Fire.
11 fire, okay. And a soft 20 will also hit.
Oh! Oh, that's bad!
Oh my god.
I mean,
Damage.
yeah. I mean, but that is still 14 points of fire damage.
Yeah, but that was, you know, a second level spell. That should be something.
Yeah. But you do notice that the fire seems to impact with the full force.
Mm-hmm. Alright, and then Skelly Boy.
Yep.
Did we ever give me a longbow for him?
I don't recall. Is it in your character sheet for him?
No. Okay, so +4 to hit.
Probably. I don't remember off the top of my head. I have it here. So that'll hit. That is a 20 to hit. You whispered it to me. It looks like. So yeah, that'll hit. 16 plus 4 anyway.
That means
So go
that's
ahead and roll
more.
it. Go ahead and roll a D8 plus its Dex bonus.
Alright, it may whisper it to you again because I didn't.
Not a big deal if
That
it
was
does.
random.
Yeah, it's sending it to you.
Three. What's its Dex bonus?
+2.
So 5. Okay, so. Okay. So
I don't
are
know
you
why it's
using?
sending it
Are you
to you.
using the D? Are you using the D20 thing over on the left?
There we go. I had it set. Yeah.
Yeah, the top GM part right there will cause it to whisper. So, okay. All right. That ends your turn. That brings us to... Oh, there's no name there. That's weird. All right. That brings us to John.
Okay.
Johnny boy!
Oh, I had to move
Impress us.
to near Cardin, but it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be letting me grab the token.
Are you on the arrow?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's not assigned to him for some reason.
Huh.
Here we go. Now try it.
Wait, okay, can I do that?
You should be able to move it now.
There
you go.
go.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right.
And then-
And what would you like to do as you brandish your your great sword?
Yeah, I want to use my great sword on it.
Go for it.
Oh wait, I need.
Okay.
I mean
I
a
think that
26
hits.
will hit.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
I do that right? No.
No.
Nope.
You gotta. You have to click on
click-
what.
Yeah, click great sword in the chat.
Oh, in the chat. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Yep.
Click on the first. Okay. We'll just take the first
Ooh,
one because
nice.
that's just taking the first
Oh,
one
okay.
because that's what the first number because the 7 is coming from the critical hit.
Critical damage.
So that is still 15 points of slashing damage. And you watch as it kind of buries itself pretty deep into the the shoulder of this individual, but it doesn't sink as deep as you're used to it sinking. Still a solid hit though. That's oof. And you have a second attack if you would like to hit it again.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And can I use Divine Smite for my second?
Yeah!
Yes, you can.
Dump a smite.
Oh, you want to do it on that last one? Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. It is not vulnerable to that. Cool. So an additional 9 points of radiant damage as your sword kind of gives this slight as you pull the blade back, you guys can see it kind of give this sheen along the blade with this holy energy as he pulls it free and winds up for his second attack. I actually need you to roll another D8 for me.
Another D8.
Yep, because this creature is considered undead. So
Extra
another
3
3. Because of Divine Smite, if the creature is undead or a fiend, you get an additional 1d8 radiant damage. So, very nice. Oof. Big hit. And that was just a first level spell slot, so make sure you mark that off. And then your second hit.
I get to go again.
You have 2 hits.
Oh
Yep.
Or 2 attacks. If you hit
Extra
again,
attack.
anyway.
Which means you can Divine Smite a second time if you wish.
Yes, you can, because it's not a bonus action or anything for Divine Smite. It's literally just something you can do.
Okay, so but for Divine, I have to use the Great Sword first, right? And then
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can use Divine Smite whenever you hit. You don't have to declare that you want to use it first, because, yeah, you just don't have to. Always roll
Your
first, that way you
paladins are
hit.
broken.
Okay.
So,
Oh.
18 will hit. Man, you're fishing for that crit tonight.
Yeah.
After all
Alright, an
the low
18
rolls
will
earlier,
hit.
Yeah.
So 10 points of slashing damage. Easy math for me. Dope. And 8 and I need you to do another. Actually, hold on. I actually need you to roll a 1d6 first, because you rolled a 1 on your greatsword damage, so you get to re-roll that. So
Oh,
that is
sweet.
actually 7 plus 5, which is 12 points of damage, which is that. Okay. And then 8 points of radiant damage, but I need you to roll an additional d8 for me. Because it is
Right.
undead. Oof.
All these different dash rolls just adding up damage.
It's looking hurt, guys.
And I haven't touched it yet.
Yeah, cause you missed.
Sorry.
Okay. That ends, anything else you would like to do? I don't think so. I think you have a bonus action left if you wanted to use it for something else ridiculous.
No, I'm alright.
Okay. Valinar.
All right. How's Cardin looking? Because he took a beating, didn't he?
He
He's
is...
looking very hurt.
Yeah,
Okay.
he is a lot of different shades of messed up.
Wonder what color that is.
Bonus action. I'm gonna healing word at level 2 on Cardin.
Okay. It's red, Katya. It's red.
So 13.
13 healing to you. Cardin.
Dang.
I rolled max.
Definitely take that.
Yeah,
Max
very nice.
heals.
Them are them good heals.
And
And
then
with
we're
those cleric heals.
what? A cleric healing? I don't know what you're talking about. Then he's just gonna do this.
Murder sandwich.
Uh-oh.
Love it.
And then we're going to
Okay.
attempt. Whoa, hey, why did I change? Attempt Word of Radiance. So that's a DC 16 con save.
Okay. And that requires an action. Is that any creature in range or just creatures you choose?
Of your choice.
Okay.
Also,
sorry,
that
that's
should-
a...
Vampire?
I was gonna say also that should be rolling 2d6 now, not 1d6.
Well, okay. It, I rolled a soft 20,
Yep, nope, nothing.
so he takes nothing or half.
It's a cantrip, so nothing.
Okay. Alright. That
Yeah,
brings it to the vampire spawn's turn. Yeah, it's hurt. It is going to attempt... The vampire spawn is going to attempt to claw at Cardin again, because it... actually, no. At John, because John dealt a lot of damage to it in a very short period of time.
Taking.
So it is going to attempt to hit you. The first attack is a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So you take 6 points of slashing damage. Is going to attempt to, and then is going to attempt to bite you. Fuck. I rolled a natural 20.
Oh,
Oh
man.
no.
Here we go.
Bear with
First
me for a
game
moment.
in, we already losing.
No, he's a tank too. Don't worry.
GG.
He's
GG.
no. No, I don't think I'm gonna roll that high.
Everybody remember.
8. That is 11 points of piercing damage as the fangs sink into your skin, and then you take. Let's see here. That is. Oof. 18 points of necrotic damage. And as her lips pull away from your body, you guys can see some of the wounds that she had suffered begin to knit shut from that bite.
Oh, hell no!
Okay. Yep, she is going to then...
Dip out of that doorway.
Yeah, pretty much. And is going to...
So,
Yeah, she's gonna
3.
womp right there. So 3 attacks of opportunities from you guys.
hooray for
Oh,
Warcaster!
no.
Hooray for attacks of opportunity.
Can I do this actually?
So
Very
let's just start in order. Let's just go kind of in order here. So Cardin, go ahead and roll your attack of opportunity first. 23 will hit.
Good thing it's not that.
Ooh, 16. Nice.
15 because
Okay.
of Kadia.
Yeah,
Okay.
17.
Yeah.
Okay, 17. Nice. Alrighty.
You just see your prey running away, and you're like, no.
Right. John, go ahead and roll your attack of opportunity. So just roll a great sword attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll hit.
26
Yeah.
will hit. Dude, that's like... He's rolled 3 26s now. Good lord. So go ahead and roll damage.
That's his favorite number.
Gosh
15
damn!
points of slashing. Yeah, 15.
Dude, could he dump a smite in that?
Um,
No, I'm good.
Okay.
technically speaking, yes, because it says when you hit a creature with a weapon, with a melee weapon. It doesn't
Yeah.
say anything else. It's just something you can do. So if you wanted to, you can.
I mean, after all, the less time in battle, the
Sure.
less,
Alright.
you know.
I'll do it.
Okay. If you want, just... Okay. That's another 8. Go ahead and roll another 1d8. Jesus Christ, dude.
All right.
Fucking annihilating this thing.
Do I get an attack opportunity?
Yes, you do. It is still alive, but you do get the attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Jesus.
So, question.
Yeah.
With Warcaster, it just states my spell has to target only that creature. Can
Correct.
I cast Scorching Ray?
Oh!
Well,
Just says it
One
has to
second
target
here.
only that creature.
That's a good point.
Ooh, wait, when does it hit, though? Whenever it's right in front of you, or...
It's a target.
Yeah, but are you in melee when you fire that off, or is it away from you?
it's the attacks of opportunities occur whenever it leaves your melee range.
Okay.
So technically, it would prompt whenever he reached this position for Valinar. So technically, I did that in reverse order, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna say not for Scorching Ray because you can target. You could
Okay.
target 3 creatures, but like Firebolt, I would say would be I would allow because you can target 1 creature for that.
I don't have that. If I can't do
Well,
scorching,
I'm just giving an
Yeah, no,
example.
yeah. I just wanted to check before I tried to do that. If that's the case, I'm just gonna go with guiding bolt.
Yeah, sure, go for it. Natural 1.
Nope.
I'm gonna roll severity.
Oh God.
Okay, moderate severity, so you just miss.
Okay.
It comes close to like hitting Cardin, but due to Cardin's like swing, it just kind of grazes the side of his beard, and you're like, oh,
Well, that didn't work.
Slowly look over to Valinor.
I was trying to shoot the thing. Okay.
this is so sad. All right, that ends its turn. Cardin.
My dice are in the way. There we go.
Please do something about it before it hits me.
My bad.
It's there.
Oh, cool. Flanking. Perfect.
Yeah, you can get there. Just making sure it wasn't too far away.
To be fair, I'm 40.
Oh,
foot
you
of
know
it.
what? Oh, it didn't attack you. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cardin is going to hit it. Well, 22 hit. 23 because of...
It will.
Damn
Move it with
it.
move it with your hammer.
14 points.
14. It is still standing.
Hit it
Somehow.
again.
Plus on this one. On his extra attack.
Oh!
21.
You are flanking, so 21,
Oh yeah.
which will hit.
Well,
That is unfortunate. Okay. How would you like to do this?
Oh, thank God.
take my hammer and I just whack him, like whack the top of his head, or its head with my hammer, and then just drive it straight through the body.
Whack-a-mole.
So you bring the
Yeah.
bring the hammer up and you slug it once, and you can see it's like on its last limbs. Like you can see the blood gushing from its mouth. Some of it you believe it stole from you, and you bring the hammer down on its head, crushing it into its ribs, and down further into what essentially would be the abdominal area, and just crushing it on the ground underneath your giant maul. You guys have successfully killed the vampire spawn.
Did we though?
We can burn it if that'll make you feel better.
Cardin hits it again.
Katya hits it with a firebolt.
I'm gonna turn these off just for the sake of it. Did that not turn off? Oh, I can
Fireball.
see them. Got it. You guys are gonna burn the body? Okay.
Yep.
Easy enough. You guys burn the body to ash, and it
Aww.
is eviscerated.
Good.
Damn it.
There you go.
I was hoping I might get a another body.
Well, you could take its ash, and I hear vampire ash is actually. You know what? I have an empty vial somewhere, right?
Unfortunately, he still needs a body, though.
Yeah, but I might save the vampire ash for. Maybe I can sell it later.
I would say if you wanted to, you could probably acquire the skeleton, Denock.
Yes.
I'll take its skin
All right.
flakes then.
I will say just for the entertainment, roll a survival check, Denock.
Oh no. Survival.
Oh.
Okay. You take 5 points of fire damage as you are removing the skeleton. Uh, but you managed to
Sorry.
get the skeleton. Crude as it is, you managed to get the skeleton. You're fairly confident that you have all of it.
Okay.
Now, as for that vampire dandruff,
What?
vampire dandruff.
Mhm.
I'm trying to collect some of its whatever ashes may be there after he attempted to collect the skeleton.
Yeah, and as you guys turn around, you guys see its master, and we'll take it. No, I'm kidding. I mean, based off of how you guys just handled that situation, you would have been fine with more. But I was also anticipating, you know, other
Another boss.
distractions. So now that combat is over, I know it's a little past our normal break time, but I'm going to say we go ahead and take a break here so that we can refill our drinks and other things. So we'll be right back in a few minutes, guys. I'm going to go ahead and read this message here. Arctic, vampires. Yeah. So when you travel to the underground, there's a lot of different life that lives under the earth, and according to the D&D lore. So one of those things are spiders, driders, and vampires. Vampires are undead entities, typically. You know, your typical vampire. But a lot of times they don't need to be on the surface in order to be to drink blood or anything like that. So they have a lot of different places that they can be located. Unfortunately, due to the fact that Cardin was injured, this vampire was not very interested in talking because it smelled blood. It is a vampire that has been literally trapped in this area for, what did I say, a millennium?
Almost a millennium.
Almost a millennium without essentially food for itself. So at the sight and smell of blood, it went a little crazy because, it hadn't eaten in forever. But it's also incapable of dying because it's already undead. So,
What an
oops.
existence.
Yeah.
So burn it.
Yeah. So hopefully that answers your question. I know it kind of gets confusing, but D&D can be very confusing to anybody who doesn't learn about it or just kind of dabbles in it. I know for myself, when I began learning, I was so freaking confused. It was very entertaining to watch, but I learned a lot very quickly. So, yeah. So with that, guys, we will be back in just a few minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and take us to break, and I'm gonna leave some background music for y'all because I can. Be right back, guys.
Yay.
We're able to use the facilities and refill our drinks, and we are ready to keep at it.
So, should we turn back now, or should we go further into the city? How many more of these things do you think there are?
Oh, I should also change the ambience.
Ambiance.
There's a lot of weird birds in here.
Yeah, that's a good point. Why are there birds down here? Bird-shaped bats.
Some weird sounding bats.
There we go. That's a little bit better.
Bat-shaped birds.
Well, we should probably at least find the other way out.
And I think I'm going to take this with me. And I use my mage hand to grab one of the masks. I don't put it on!
You use Mage Hand to try and pull the mask free from the recess. However, due to the spell components, it cannot move more than 10 pounds. Therefore, it cannot remove the mask from the recess. It is very tightly fitted in there.
That didn't seem to work. Why not send the skeleton?
He probably can't. Well, go ahead and try it.
Oh, you're
Okay.
right. Have to try and put it on and see what happens.
That's an interesting thing. Okay, go ahead and roll. I'm gonna say an acrobatics check for your skeleton, so a d20 plus 2 to climb the tree. Wow, it climbs the tree pretty well.
Yeah,
Let's go.
With a 21, it slowly climbs its way up, but eventually does reach a point where it is able to try to pry one of the masks from the recesses. So now go
Strength?
ahead and give a strength check. Yep, which is just a flat roll for skeletons.
That's a nat 20.
Yelly bro!
I'm not the only one seeing this, right? I'm not
Right.
going crazy, right? What the fuck? All right, fine, sure, yeah. It manages to pull one of the porcelain mask from the recess and drops down, and then walks over and hands it to you.
I love this Skelly bro.
Holy
I love him.
shit! Apparently, you got the world's fucking strongest skeleton.
He is Skelly bro.
What do you do with the mask?
I try and fit it on Skelly bro.
He's dead. You place it on his face. Nothing seems to happen, and he kind of tilts his head to the side, and the mask kind of begins to fall off of his face.
I grab it.
Okay.
Well, until we can figure out what this actually does, I'm gonna keep it. And I put it in my pack.
Does it seem to have any magic coming from it?
You don't know.
Arcana roll?
If you would like to take a moment and examine it, you can sit down and spend a few minutes with it to make an Arcana roll. Sure.
Yeah, and I'm gonna suggest. Well, why don't we stay here for a little bit and let John and Cardin rest. I'm sure they're in need of some aid.
You
I'm
just
sure
hear
they're
like a groan.
I'm sure
you guys
they're
want to
dying
sit
for
and take
rest.
You guys want to take a short rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get your hand off me.
All right. So during a short rest, Cardin and John, you guys are able to roll hit dice if you would like. On your character sheet there, Ginger, there, right underneath underneath temporary hit points, there is a section called hit dice. You have a total of 5 of them. I'm going to go ahead and add them real quick. And if you look underneath the hit die, underneath the 5s, there's hit dice, and if you put your cursor on it, it'll highlight red. If you click that, it'll roll a d10 and add your Constitution modifier automatically to it.
Nice.
That is
And then
not nice.
That is how much you heal for, okay? And you can spend up to your level in those.
Okay. I do too.
So you can
They recover
so you have
up.
that's why you have 5 of them. That's why you can spend up to 5 of them. Dang, that was a good one.
All right.
What the? What is going on?
Wow.
So if you're unfamiliar, you spin hit dice. There you go.
There we go.
You spin hit dice to gain HP back during a short rest, and then a long rest restores your hit dice.
Yep.
And health.
Yep.
Yeah. So do your math, figure out how many of those you need to do. Again, you can spend up to your level, so you have a total of 5 that you can spend.
And I'm going to.
I got up to. Thank you, 14. That took me 1 above max, actually, but since
Very
we can't
nice.
go to max.
Actually, interesting point. Because you guys got bit by that vampire spawn, your guys' maximum HP has been reduced until a long rest by the amount of necrotic damage you guys took. So
Uh-oh.
it's not going to matter. I'm assuming you guys are going to take a long rest here in the near future because you guys are beginning to get tired. You guys have been traveling and been going for a very long time now, because when you guys got to the summit, it was already probably noon or so. Early noon, so like 11 o'clock or so. And you guys then traveled had the summit for probably an hour and a half or 2 hours, so it was probably 1 o'clock or so. And then you guys traveled for 4.5 hours, and then you guys entered the city and had combat. So it's probably about 6 to 6:30 about now. Denock, you would know this as you have keen mind.
Mm-hmm. Keen mind bullshit.
I don't suppose there are any inns around here.
No.
You watch as Zio kind of goes, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he just starts counting the buildings and moving around.
I love that.
Let's hope that they are indeed abandoned, not staked out by vampires.
Well, nobody else has come to greet us yet, so if we all pick
Was that what it
one,
were? Anyways, unless we're going to do something, I'm going to Arcana check that mess.
Ooh,
Go
let me
for
help
it.
you.
Okay, you're gonna help him.
Hmm?
So you can roll with advantage
interested.
there. Do not. 16.
Very good roll.
There does not seem to be any kind of magic within or on the porcelain mask.
Somebody suggested it might have been used during rituals. Would a religion check be able to reveal anything new?
You're more than welcome to.
I'll check it against my religious
Oh,
knowledge. Oh, well, nope, not me.
we both rolled at the same time.
Katya, natural 1. Denock,
Yeah.
27. No particular religion sticks out to you at the moment about it. Loth might have something to do with it. You're not really sure based off of because you didn't study drow gods as they weren't necessarily relevant. If this was to be incorporated into some kind of ritual, it was probably some kind of mask that was put over the face of an individual that was being sacrificed.
I look at it, turn it over, so that the outside of the mask is facing me, so that I'm looking at the front of it.
So you're looking like at the front of it, or you're looking at it like if you were to place it on your face, it would fit around your face.
No, I'm looking at it as if I was going to put it back on Skelly Boy.
Oh, okay.
Other than just being porcelain, any interesting details? Like, does it cover the mouth? Is it just the eyes? Is it?
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay.
$15. It It has the eyes. There does not seem to be a mouth portion to it. And there seems to be kind of along the... Huh?
Does it cover the mouth? Or is it literally just head underneath the nose?
No, it would cover the mouth if you were to put it on. Maybe not you particularly because of your snout. But like if any of the other humanoids, without the snouted face, were to put it on, it would cover. It would go from like the top of the forehead to like the jaw, or the chin, I guess, for most people.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing of interest that you would see is along the brim of it. So like if you were to place it on your face, the part that would recede along your face the furthest back, there seems to be a slight I'm trying to think of the word. It's not recess, but like a groove. And you see that spot. It's like a nick of a groove in 4 different places along the mask.
What happened?
Well,
Okay,
Oh?
I'm doing a thing real quick.
Uh-oh.
I will remind everybody before anybody jumps to conclusions. The metal tree has engraved on it, "Death awaits those who don the mask" in Elvish, and the vampire spawn did warn you guys about wearing one of those.
But then she tried to kill us.
True.
I mean, worst.
I'm just
really-
reminding everybody.
Instead of putting it on one of us, maybe we should wait till we come across somebody who we hate and force them to wear it. See what happens.
Well, until then, anyone have some string so I can at least try and tie it onto Skelly Bro's face?
Maybe just randomly turn somebody into a vampire.
Interesting concept.
This Arden just speaking from complete ignorance.
You want to try it, Carden?
Nah. That's up to our magic users.
Thought not. Anyways, like I said, anyone got some
Magic?
string?
I can offer a bit of my rope. Maybe cut it down some so you have some string.
I think I'd rather have our rope for emergency moments. Another cliff if we all somehow get teleported again.
To get it around the skeleton's face, I shouldn't need more than 6 or 8 inches. It's not a big loss when you got 50 feet of it.
I mean,
So
I do
might
have 100 feet of it, so
Though we might need somebody big and strong to help us lay out the rope and cut it for us.
Yeah, I don't see what you're doing there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You're gonna have to roll persuasion on that one.
Or would that be deception?
Would it be
Deception.
persuasion or deception?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Quietly are
Yeah,
you saying it?
deception.
Because Carden's pretty
Ooh.
close to you.
and I'm going
Oh,
to
insight,
insight that.
Enoch.
That's gotta be the lowest deception I've rolled in a while. But it still beats your 5.
Pretty sure you're lying, but okay, I'll buy it.
So a 9 in
pretty
deception
close.
by Katya, but a 5 from Denock for his
If
insight.
only it was the other roll, because that's a 21.
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
When? I'm pretty close. Can I look into that?
No, you're taking a short rest.
Okay.
Can I look into that?
Yeah, you're not resting.
Yeah, of course.
What are you hiding?
No,
What are you
hiding
hiding? What are you hiding, Katya? Because Valinar knows all, apparently.
Well, since Valinar is able to read me like a book, I'm trying to make the pass that somebody, one of our warriors who is big and strong with big muscles, needs to come and essentially flex in front of us. Or at least me, maybe not Dinok.
But Valar, realizing everything, just kind of laughs. And this guy looks, Dinok, you were right.
He does what my coach did in football when we slammed a freshman up against a locker and yelled at him. He goes, heh, and walks away. There's a funnier story behind that, but that's a story for another time.
I mean, knowing the people at the school you went to, yeah, I can see that.
All right. Eventually, you guys get some twine and tie the mask around Skelly Boy's face. Would you guys
That's
like
actually an improvement.
It does hide his facial features. It kind of gives him this porcelain white mask with just some empty eye sockets, basically. So it looks like a white
+1 to
porcelain
charisma.
face. No.
Dang it.
Would you guys like to make camp in this elven city whom's name has been lost to the time?
Why make camp when you can have your choice of 20 different inns?
Well, you'd still have to make. Well, they're not necessarily inns. They're people's homes. That upon investigation are empty, but are, you know. Dinok, you swear there's somebody inside that house at the far end of town.
I'd buy it.
No.
Okay,
the house
so I see something move, and I just
Oh!
you just and it slams against the building.
What was that all about?
You okay?
Thought I saw something.
Was
I
it
thought I saw-
Valinar's ghost again?
No, I thought I saw something small and skittery.
Probably a spider. What? Do you not like spiders?
Don't say that again.
Do they bug you?
That joke doesn't work. Spiders are arachnids.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Arachnid?
Yeah.
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 Arachnid
Okay,
means
cool. I just had
eight-legged.
a weird notification, so my mic stopped working, and I was like, no,
Uh-oh.
no, it didn't. All right. So you guys managed to make your way into somebody's home, somebody's old home, and arrange for sleeping. You guys drag some beds from other local houses so that everybody has a bed to sleep in. And you guys all kind of gather up into one individual's home. The leaders are not taking watch, so who would like to take the watches for the night?
Before everyone goes to bed, Valinor is just gonna cast Create Food and Water.
Okay, easy enough to do.
Nice.
Giving everybody some fairly bland food and tasteless water, but it is filling.
It's better
nonetheless.
than nothing.
It's filling, it's
I'm hungry
nutritious,
enough.
and it's pure.
I'm hungry enough.
You know what we need to do? We just need to get a bag of salt. Just carry it around with us.
That's not a bad idea, actually.
Actually, just have Cardin exercise enough and he'll pour out the salt.
Oh, all right. On that note,
how many times did you hit it, dear Lord?
That's how many
hear
times it attacks you.
you hear Vom in the background, or get him to bitch some more.
Excuse me?
Spare the die. Oh no, he murdered him.
Oh man! Our D&D game has just become a meme.
Aren't all D&D games?
Sure.
Sometimes. Alright. Who would like to take first watch?
Not
take
me.
first.
I'm going to sleep.
First watch,
I'll take
anyone?
I'll take.
First? Okay, good. Go ahead and roll perception.
Let's see how bad it is this time. Because I've been rolling good on attack rolls, but not on sight.
Okay, 18. Other than the cavern itself and the people around you snoring, there doesn't seem to be anything that occurs during your watch. Who do you wake?
Who do I normally wake up?
Garden.
That mage hand is getting a
All
workout
right.
tonight.
At least it's not my pimp hand.
Are you sure? It might become.
It is.
All
the
right.
tempting-
So you wake up Carden. Carden, you are awoken to the familiar slapping of a mage hand against your bearded face.
This is not a fucking again. He wakes up to take watch.
Okay, go ahead and roll perception for me.
Oh,
Niner.
9. Neat.
Nine.
Nothing seems to happen during your watch. It's quiet. Who would you like to wake up?
You know what? It's early enough. I'm going to wake up Kadia.
Okay, so you guys are planning on doing just 3 watches then?
No.
I guess that is something I should have asked in the beginning. How many watches do you set up?
Normally we set up 4.
But with our
But
fifth,
yeah, true.
8 divided by 5 is hour and a half each, kind of.
do we
So
want to
that's the last
have?
watch.
I mean, I guess we can do a 4 watch and just rotate who gets to sleep the full night.
I say I should never have to
Wait.
take a watch again.
We never let Kadia get a full night's
but
rest.
Kadia does watches every night. Even when we're
Kadia
staying
always does
in the
watches.
city.
Even in the middle of the city. Why?
We'll never get to sleep a full night again.
Okay, Carden will wake up Valinar. At that point. Valley,
Whoa.
I shake Val. I actually do the mind link with him, and I sort of like shake him, so that way I make sure not to wake up anybody else.
Consider it.
Would that wake me up?
And then I yell at him.
Okay.
That would wake you up.
Yep, there we go.
Basically, somebody is yelling at you, but it's coming from within your own brain. So it's kind of like an instant headache.
Oh.
Why do I have a hangover? I didn't have anything to drink last night.
Oh, it's just Carden.
Oh, God.
That's worse than a hangover.
God damn it.
Great.
Alright.
All right, go ahead and roll perception then.
12.
12. Your watch seems to go by without issue.
And
Are
am
you?
I wait Katia or is it?
That's up to
Your
you
choice.
guys.
I'll wait Katia.
Okay.
Huh?
You got last watch.
What time is it?
I don't know. I'm going to sleep.
Probably like 20 minutes.
Well, do I wake somebody else when I'm done? How do I know when I'm done? Okay, whatever. Katya goes and just stands his watch.
Okay. Go ahead and roll perception.
And with no way of knowing who to wake next. Oh, why did it roll 12? Twice. 12.
12.
That was weird.
Okay.
We are not
You're-
having very good luck right now.
Your watch seems to go by without issue.
Since
Eventually,
I don't know what time it is. Wait,
well,
since I don't know
eventually,
what time- I don't-
as your watch comes to an end, you actually begin to see some of the others beginning to stir and rise, as they have gotten their night's rest.
I get up at exactly 6 a.m. because, key in mind, bullshit.
Oh, good. You're up in time for your watch. I'm going back to bed.
It's about 6.
What?
It's time to get up anyway.
How can you tell?
I just tap my head. I always know what time it is.
I've been
There's
counting
no
the
stun
I've
down
been
here.
counting the seconds since we've entered since I've been awake this morning. I am always counting the seconds.
Okay, if you're so smart, which way is north?
I point
He point-
immediately to north.
He points north.
How can you tell? There's not even a sun. We're underground.
You watch as Zio kind of sits up and goes, "Oh, how do you know that's not north, though?"
I'm still questioning whether we're in the correct reality.
Oh, we're
He
back
could
to
have
that.
pointed it.
That is not what I wanted to wake up to.
I mean, in complete honesty, D-Not could have pointed in any direction, and none of you guys would have known if he was lying or not, because he's the only one that knows which way is north.
That's true.
At least at this point in time, where you guys have nothing to gauge your direction by.
You know what,
In that case-
Katya? Let's do this. Let's chalk it up to magic bullshit that I just have access to.
At this point, I'll believe you. If you say that way is north, fine. That way is north. If you say it's 6 o'clock, fine. It's 6 o'clock. So I guess I'm awake now.
Okay. All
By
right.
the way,
Mhm.
for me, Animate Dead only says an undead servant. Does that mean I have to cast it twice to get 2 skellies?
Click the spell for me.
It says at higher spell levels, you'll be able to use it for more.
But it says over 2 additional. So does that mean it just immediately goes from 1 to 3?
Mm-hmm. I
No,
believe
you have
also-
you get an ability. You get an ability. Give me a second.
As a wizard, yeah.
Wizard.
Magic.
Okay.
School of Necromancy. At 6th level.
I
whenever you
already
create
have
an
it.
ability using
Hey,
necromancy-
hey, Rona! I'm the DM.
What?
Damn it! I'm the DM.
I'm trying to save you some work!
No, I already had it up and everything. I was literally just reading things.
Okay.
So yeah, for whenever you cast it as a 4th level spell, you can assert control or reassert control over 2 additional creatures, so that it would jump to 3. However, At 6th level, you get your Undead Thralls ability, which allows you, which whenever you cast Animate Dead, you can target one additional target, basically. So with one casting at 6th level, you target 2 creatures. And then with 4th level spells, when you target, you get essentially 3 creatures. But you have, when you target 1, you can target 2. That still applies if you cast it as a higher level, but it's only 1 additional, from my understanding of it. So.
Okay.
So your Undead Thrall's ability will come in handy for 2 bodies in the near future. So
I'll just
remember
keep
that.
Skelly Bro.
Just Skelly? Okay. Essentially, you're going to have 2 of them now, so...
I'm not level 6 yet.
When you have those... when you use it later and whatnot. So. Alright.
For now, it's 1. Next level, it'll be 2.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so is there anything else you guys would like to do before setting out this morning? At least you assume it's morning.
How long are we gonna keep going? Because I'm starting to fade.
We got like 10 minutes left.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Can we
I
explore
have
the whole city in 10 minutes?
we have. I have a time frame, and we're getting close to it. I'm beginning to wrap up, and I know where I'm thinking about ending it. I just want to kind of give you guys time to explore if you want, or anything like that. So.
Yeah. I want to explore a little bit.
Okay.
We're already here. Maybe we can find something of use.
You guys spend some time looking around town. It is a ghost town. You guys do not encounter another soul, dead or alive. You don't even find bodies anywhere.
Where could they have all gone?
It is bizarre. You say that, and you think back to what Lumiar said the previous day about the city being abandoned during the initial phase of the demons attacking the surface world. Probably coming from the 9 hells meant that they come through the Underdark too. One thing that you guys do find interesting, kind of exploring the city, on the opposite side of town, you guys see what appears to be a large body of water that lies motionless in this dark cave, essentially, with another sign written in Elvish on it, standing before it.
Great. What's this one say?
This one says, let me find my notes. Give me 1 second. Okay. This one says, this one reads, let's see where it's, okay. Yep. It says, no brack. Across the water is a cave that will lead you to the surface. Be careful, Mom.
What?
I wonder if they're referring to the cave we came in here through.
No, so on the map here, you guys kind of came from roughly this direction.
Make sure you're on the right layer.
I believe I am. It's towards the bottom of the map. It's towards the bottom of the map.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah, so kind of down in this direction here. This motionless water is in this direction.
Okay.
Towards the top. So
Thank you. Please use directions for these.
yep, I'm gonna. So You guys came from this way. The river is this way.
Because Enoch knows.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that is what it says. In Elvish, it reads Nobrek, across the water is a cave that'll lead to you to the surface. Be careful. And then it has like dash, like signing a letter, mom.
Okay. I think that's a good place to go if we can get across the water now.
I don't suppose there's like a bridge.
Not that you see.
Okay.
Skelly Bro, wait out a little bit.
Okay. You have him step forward into the water by the sign, or where?
Just a little past the sign.
So like kind of stepping around it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He steps around it, and he steps into the water. He begins to move his 30 feet outward. He doesn't seem to get any lower. Kind of stops and turns back to you.
Well, ready to get your boots wet?
Bonar's gonna pick up a rock. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Bonar's gonna pick up a rock, cast light, and throw it in the water.
Okay.
Ooh.
By where the skeleton is, or out further?
Just kind of out further.
Okay. You throw it. Go ahead and
Okay.
you know what? Tell me high or low.
Oh,
Low.
Low? That would be low.
as low as you can get.
Yep. You throw, and the rock, it goes past. Yeah, you're fairly strong. The rock goes probably 10 feet past the where the skeleton is, and you watch as it kind of against the surface of the water, and it causes a splash, and you can kind of see it setting maybe 2 inches below the surface of the water. And as the light kind of shines back towards you, you actually see the skeleton's feet sitting or standing on what appears to be a submerged bridge.
Oh.
Cool. Do we see the
That's
edges?
lucky.
I believe it would be a good idea to pick up that rock and continue to throw it just in case.
Or just do the same with more rocks.
Bonar just grabs a handful of rocks.
That'll work too.
You watch Zio goes, why don't you just have him walk in front of us? And literally points at the skeleton.
Because I don't want to lose my manservant. And if he goes into the deep water, bloop.
Well,
No,
hopefully
no,
there
just-
isn't anything in this area.
We'll go first.
Well, light only works once. Every time I cast it, the previous item loses.
Yeah, that's
So
Yeah.
we'll just
Well, we need
take it slow across. And
I would imagine between you and Katya, one of you would cast light and throw it, and the other one would have light on something for you guys to be able to continuously see around you.
yeah.
So, okay. As you guys begin to creep forward across this river, provided you guys are done in the city.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's not really I'll go ahead and describe this as well. The city looks as though the people who once lived here picked up their valuable belongings and left.
I was waiting for you to tell us, roll investigation. You never did, so.
Well, there's nothing to find. They took their valuables. The only thing that you guys actually find in the city would be like maybe some very decomposed food,
Ew.
mostly consisting of like potatoes, um, and other kinds of plants that could grow without sunlight. You would find maybe a little bit of clothes, but a lot of it has been eaten away by moths. Otherwise, you don't really find anything other than an empty house. It seems that if there were valuables here, the people who lived here packed them up and took them away. Even like you guys do find like an armory, but even all of the usable equipment is gone. It's not here. You guys do find like scraps of metal at the armory, but it's like, you find a chest, you find like a piece of plate mail that's got a giant hole in the chest of it. You
That's
guys
useful.
find exactly. You guys find swords that are bent and broken in places. You find material, but none of it is serviceable unless you were to spend time to sit down and repair it. So unfortunately, it is a ghost town where there is not a whole lot here. Taking one of those masks has already been essentially the most treasure this place seems to have offered you.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not a very noteworthy town. It is just a mystery. So, as you guys, anything else in town before I move on?
No.
I think I'm
Okay.
good.
All right. I'll say that you guys spent a couple of hours doing that. Yeah, as you guys move forward.
Why are we sideways?
Because you can be.
That was weird.
Yep.
All right.
You guys continue to creep up.
You alright?
My lungs.
I think he's definitely sleeping.
Well, that's good, because as you guys begin to creep across this seeming submerged bridge, being careful to find your footing and take it slow as to not step into the deep water. We're going to go ahead and end tonight's session there.
Okay.
water. Deep
So,
water.
yeah. So, good job, guys. Congrats on beating a vampire spawn. I'll have to take that into account for next time you guys fight something.
Uh-oh.
Well, now that you guys have a paladin in your group, at least for the time being anyway, we'll see how that goes. I gotta consider how much DPS a freaking paladin can put out in a round.
Yep.
Yeah, because Ginger, you blew away all of my expectations of what a paladin was going to be able to DPS. You just shattered all of it.
Yay.
Oh, man.
Really freaking good.
All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming by and checking out the stream. Hopefully, we won't have to take any more days off for a little while. So we should see you guys next week to find out whether or not the party manages to make their way out of the Underdark.
I believe we'll be able to do it.
See you guys next week. Good night.
Bye.
All right.
See y'all.